Now that we have our tool and the spindle, we're going to go over setting up the part in the vise. Our vise has been squared up, the head's been trammed in, and we're going to go over those two separate steps here later on. But right now we're going to put our part in the vise. First thing you want to do is make sure that the vise is cleaned out from any kind of chips, any kind of dirt. If there's dirt or chips in there, get a brush, get a rag, clean everything out, any oil, so that we have a good surface to sit on. We want to select the right parallels for the job. We have two different sets of parallels here. One is a thicker set, one is a thinner set of parallels. We want to have the part held in the vise by the most amount of material that we can have and still not hit our vise. If we select too high of parallels, like Davey's going to show us here, and put these in the vise, we're going to have minimal amount of stock that's actually going to be holding it. So when we put the part in there, you can actually see all the more that's being held on each side. There's a lot of material that's sticking up right here. So when Davey would go to square this up, there's a possibility that this could actually pull out of the vise because of all the more that's holding it here. So we want to get a lower set of parallels. So if Davey takes those ones out and he puts another set of parallels in there that's a little bit lower, we're actually going to be able to see that we have a lot more material that's actually being held in our vise. So you can see how much of this material is actually being held. We still have material up here that we can machine that we're not going to actually hit on the vise. So we want to hold it by the most amount of material possible. Now the next thing Davey's going to do in our setup is he's going to use some cardboard feelers on the bottom. And what this allows us to do is if we have a part that's been sawed all the way around and it doesn't have a real flat surface to sit on, this is going to compensate for any kind of maybe angles or little discrepancies in the part, and this is going to help it to set flat. So Davey's going to take now, he's going to tighten the vise up, make sure that the part's in there with our feelers under it, and once he gets it tight, he's going to take his dead blow hammer and just give it a couple taps on the top, and now we're ready to start our machining.